Can the couple overcome the challenges and protect their unborn child? Subscribe now for an unforgettable journey into the werewolf world. 19. I was allowed out of the PAC hospital after a few days, but I wasn't allowed to do much. I had to stay in mine and Elliot's room and just rest. It was boring. A few people came up to visit me: Aiden, Laura, Tyler and his mate. Tyler's mate was nice. She was very shy though. It's only because you're the Luna. Tyler told me when his mate, Polly, went out of the room. Yes, her name was Polly, but it suited her in a way. I don't know how, but it did. Whatever. I laugh. I hadn't seen much of Elliot. It was a good thing though. He'd always snap at people who came to see me and tell them they were too close and to back away. He snapped at me too when I just went to go toilet. A girl has to pee. So, he wasn't very good company. He was so focused on finding out who done this to me, but from what I gathered, they had no evidence or leads. I kept telling him to take a break and to come cuddle and relax with me. But no, he yelled at me. I don't fucking need to take a break, and don't fucking tell me what I can and can't do. That's what he mainly always said. He rarely ever came to bed. I never saw him before I fell asleep nor when I woke up. I could see he wasn't getting any sleep. He had bags under his eyes and he physically looked tired. He was slouching a bit too. He had gone from loving to, well, no emotions. Or actually, pretty much anger. Currently, I was downstairs for once. I was watching TV with some of the little children. They loved to keep me company and I personally loved them as company. Each day I challenged myself to walk a bit. I mean, I know I don't have broken legs or anything, but trust me, it's hard to wall around with broken ribs. Plus, when your mate doesn't let you do anything but sit around, your legs get numb, and you just need to stretch them out by walking a bit. The kids had put on SpongeBob SquarePants. I didn't mind, I liked this show. Even if it can be disturbing sometimes. What the fuck are you doing down here? You should be upstairs resting. Don't swear in front of the kids. I tell him. All I got in return was a growl. There was 2 kids sitting either side of me, which I didn't mind because they weren't doing anything. But Elliot minded. Get away from her, you stupid pups. The 2 that were next to me moved and I could see tears in their eyes. They weren't that old, only about 4. Don't yell at them like that. They weren't doing any harm. Upstairs. Now? You can't tell me what to do. By now, the kids had turned the TV off and dispersed. I don't blame them. If I was their age, I would have been miles gone if he carried on yelling like that. Great, he scared my company away. I mentally sigh and get up slowly with him watching me. I just needed company. I said, as I walked past him. Company? What am I then? You're not even around at night or morning. You don't even sleep, do you? You're never there with me when I sleep, and you're not there in the morning. When you come and see me, all you do is yell at me. So I'm sorry that I wanted company who don't yell at me. I push past him as he had walked to stand in front of me. I make my way up the stairs. Well, I'm doing all I can to find who did this to you, and that's how you repay me. I didn't ask you to find them. You know what? We're done. What? I'm done with you. I don't fucking need this. I have a pack to look after too. Did you know, rogues attacked us and we lost a few pack members. I didn't know about this or get to save them, because I was too focused on you. You're such a petty human. Right? I see how it is. You know that feeling where your heart just got ripped out and torn into millions of pieces. Do I need to say any more? I head upstairs and am thankful he doesn't follow me. I bring out the suitcase I first came here with and stuffed some clothes in there. I then brought the suitcase out the room, and went to Tyler's room and knocked on his door. "What's up, Em? Can you drive me home please? This is your home though." "Not anymore. I think Elliot and I just broke up." "What?" "He said he was done with me. So please, can you take me home?" "Of course." He turns and looks behind him. "I'll be back later, Poles." "Why?" I hear her chirp. "Love you. Love you more." I see him blow a kiss to her, and then he comes out and shuts the door. He takes the suitcase from me and we head downstairs. Thankfully, we never passed Elliot. It made my heart ache that I was leaving, that he said he was done with me. But, well, there is no but. I get into Tyler's car slowly and carefully, and we set off back to my old home. Let's hope they'll let me move back in. Thank you, Tyler. Anytime, Luna. Oh, hush with that. I doubt I'm Luna anymore. You do know you'll still feel the effects of being away from your mate. Well, it wasn't me who broke up with him, was it? Yeah, but still. I'll be fine. Thank you. Tyler smiles and leaves. I turn to my parents and they embrace me in a hug. Stop. They quickly pull back. What's wrong? My mum asks. I have a few broken ribs. They still hurt. Oh? My poor baby. The bruise on my cheek had healed so it wasn't noticeable anymore. My mum brings my face to hers and kisses me on my cheek. Where's the twins? And Bren? Brendan is currently out and the twins are upstairs. Hang on. She turns towards the stairs. Daniel. Danielle. Get downstairs please. They come running downstairs and upon seeing me, they start to run towards me. Stop. My dad tells them. She's for broken ribs so be careful. Daniel and Danielle nod and hug me carefully. Hey, I missed you guys. We missed you too. Danny says. We were wondering when you were going to come home. Danny mumbles. He smiled up at me. You're home now, right? For good. I believe so. Emily, what happened? Why are you home? I thought I'll tell you later, Mum. Oh dearie me. I'm so sorry that happened. He really said that? Yeah. Oh my. That stupid boy. I know. But I only recently told him a few days ago that I loved him. That bastard. He is so going to get it. He's a werewolf, Mum, an alpha. I know. But he hurt you. He broke your heart. I'll get over it. Total lies, I know I won't. He will never step foot in this house again, okay? He probably won't even come looking for me anyway. He said he was done with me, remember? Usually means he's literally done with me. He's not coming for me. So, you don't have to worry about that. Well, if he does, I'm going to slap some sense into him. Thanks, Mum. You really know how to make me laugh. Well, I do try. We stay silent for a bit. At least you're not pregnant, right? No, I'm not. Don't worry. We haven't done that, so there's no way I'm pregnant. Good. 20. I stayed locked up in my room most of the days I was back at home. I'd been back home for around 4 days now. Elliot showed no sign of coming. Yesterday, Haley came over and brought ice cream. She claimed we needed a girls' night, and she was also having cravings for ice cream, so my situation suited her perfectly. It didn't suit me. I wanted Elliot. I wonder if he wants me. Emily, please come downstairs. No thank you. I politely decline, as I have been doing for the past few days. Someone is here to see you. I gasp and quickly run to my door and throw it open. I quickly head downstairs and am met with, "Oh, it's only Tyler." I felt my heart drop that it wasn't Elliot. Who am I kidding? He would have come by now if he wanted me back. I frown and look at Tyler. "What are you doing here?" "I came to get you. We're going back." "I'm sorry, but I'm staying here. Elliot needs you." "Did he say that directly?" "No, but then I'm not going back. Please." "He's gone downhill. He's depressed, I think." "I don't care. He made it perfectly clear he doesn't want me." "You know he didn't mean that. Look, he won't leave his room and I know he needs you." "No? How are you, by the way?" "In all right. My ribs feel much better now." "That's good. I'm glad. But please at least come and see him. Our pack can't survive with him being like this." Shouldn't I? I look at Tyler, conflict probably evident in my eyes. "Tyler, please, I'm begging you here." "Fine. Okay. Good, we leave now." "I have to tell my parents first." "Oh yes. And pack." "Pack. I'm coming back." "What if you don't? All your stuff would be here still." "I'm coming back. All I'm doing is going there to talk some sense into him for the pack, then I'm going home." "Fine, fine. Mum?" My mum comes into the living room where Tyler and I currently were. "Yes, Emily. I'm going back. What? After he broke your heart? Only to talk some sense into him. Let me finish next time. Look, his pack isn't doing well and he won't get out of his room. I think he's also depressed." Tyler adds, "Well, tough, he brought this upon himself. Mum, you gotta let me, okay?" "Fine. Are you coming back though?" "Of course. I'll see you later, or tomorrow." "All right, good luck, darling. I'll tell your father you said bye." "Oh, and the twins and Brendan. Where is everyone?" "They went out, that's all. The twins had a play date and your father and Brendan went for some father-son time." "Oh, okay. I'll see you later then. Take a deep breath. Everything will be okay. What if I break down?" "Like, Tyler. I don't think I can do this." "You can, trust me. But he's my mate and I love him, but I'm so hurt by what he said. I don't think I can face him." "You can, I promise you can." He gets out the car and comes by my side and opens the door for me. I wasn't planning on getting out actually. I didn't want to. So I didn't get out the car. "Emily, please." Okay. I get out the car and follow Tyler even though I knew the way. We entered the house and my breathing became irregular. I noticed people and they noticed me. They smiled and I smiled in return. Some of the kids ran up to me and tackled me in hugs. "We heard you left. Have you come back? We missed you." "Kids, please leave her. She has some business to take care of." They all dispersed and then Aiden came into view. "Why you back? Miss me? I thought you left." "I came to speak to Elliot." Oh? Oh my goddess, my lovely daughter-in-law." I was embraced into a bone-crushing hug by Laura. "I missed you, dear." "I missed you too." I did, she always knew how to make me laugh. I gave him a good word about what he did. "Ooh, stupid boy. Have you come back for good?" "No. I've only come to talk to him." "You can thank Tyler, I guess." "Tyler, you sweet thing," she said, slapping his butt. Damn, did she have thing with his butt or what? "Go on up, Emily. Tyler tells me. Okay. I say. I can do this. I say, more to myself. I head upstairs and walk slowly towards his room. I'm guessing I couldn't exactly call it our room anymore. Instead of knocking, I just head straight on in, sucking in a deep breath. Once I walk in, I spot him lying in the bed. Elliot. He immediately shot up from the bed and sat up. Emily. He said in disbelief. You're here. Well, I'm not at home, am I? I say, rolling my eyes. I missed you. He looked at me and I could see the bags under his eyes and how his eyes were red. I walked around the room, not replying to him. Tyler told me you won't come out of the room. Yeah? Apparently you're depressed. I wouldn't say I was. You're neglecting the pack, I hear. Well, not exactly. Oh really? So what if I am? You're the alpha. You can't neglect the pack. So? They aren't important to me right now. What is then? You? You made it perfectly clear you don't want anything to do with me. I didn't mean it, any of it. Yeah, right. He got out of the bed and started walking towards me. Stop right there. Why? Look, all I came here for was to talk some sense into you. Then I'll be gone. I don't want you to go. Sucks for you then, doesn't it? I saw the hurt in his eyes, and I felt it in my heart. Why was I pushing him away? I want him, yet I'm being a bitch. Why are you being like this? Don't you love me? I'm sorry that I don't want my heart broken again. He took in a deep breath and walked closer to me. This time I didn't stop him. I missed his touch. I'm so sorry, Bunny. Did he really have to use that nickname? I love you and I'm not good with love. Doesn't excuse you. He was now standing right in front of me, shirtless and in his boxers. It took a lot in me not to stare at his glorious body. I kept my eyes fixed on his eyes. I want us back to normal. You and I sharing this bed together, cuddling, kissing, making cakes together. I'm not the one who finished us though, am I? I was being stupid. It just felt like you didn't care, that I was doing everything I could to find who did that to you, and I don't know. I don't care though. What's done was done. I appreciate what you were doing, but it was causing you to be a jerk to everyone, including me. He put a hand to my cheek and caressed it. I leaned more into his touch, missing it. I'm sorry. I thought you'd come back for me and tell me you didn't mean any of it. You never came though. I should've. But I didn't think you'd want to talk to me. I did. How are your ribs? Better. Good. Will you stop neglecting your pack and be a proper alpha? Yes, as long as you're by my side. I told you why I came. I came to talk to you and then leave. You can't. I need you. His other hand went to my waist and pulled me closer to him. I loved it. Yeah, and I needed you to be a mate, but you were a jerk instead. We don't always get what we need. I'm not used to this, having a relationship. I admit, I slept around a lot, but I didn't get into a relationship in case I would get the chance to have a mate. I'm new to this relationship stuff. My family already think I'm coming back, Elliot. But I need you so much. You're my life, and right now, I'm nothing without you. Just keep the pack going, okay? I pulls away from his touch and head straight for the door. I open it and take one look at him before walking out and closing it. I head down the stairs and walk past everyone. Tyler, drive me home please. So you aren't staying? Laura asks. I'm sorry. I walk out the front door and straight to the car. Tyler comes out and we get into the car. Am I making the right choice by walking away? 21 Stop the car. Tyler stops the car abruptly, and I jump out and start running towards the pack house. Emily. Stop. But I didn't. I kept running and ignored those who spoke to me, Laura, Tyler and Aidan. I ran up the stairs and into Elliot's room. He was still standing where I left him, staring at the floor. I ran to him and embraced him into a hug, which he returned. I quickly pull away for a quick second to get back my breath. Damn, I hate running. I then go back to hugging him after I gained back my breath. You broke my heart and I hate you for that, but I love you. Please don't leave me. He buried his head in the crook of my neck. I love you too. I don't know how long we stayed hugging each other, but it felt good and refreshing. Why was I thinking of leaving him? We eventually pulled away when someone cleared their throat. I'm so happy you guys have made up. Will I be seeing grandchildren now? Or marriage? Mother. We only just got back together. Please leave us. She rolls her eyes and leaves, closing the door. We are back together now, aren't we? I guess so, maybe if you ask me properly. I say, grinning. Really, now? All right, will you be my girlfriend again? I don't know. He gave me the look and I laughed. I'm joking. Yeah, course I will. He smashed his lips on mine, one of his hands tangled in my hair and the other on the bottom of my back. Mine were tangled in his hair, his soft but dirty hair. I pulled back. You need to shower. Do I? Yes, and your hair is dirty and I don't like it. Go shower now. Now? Yes. I have to go home. I thought you weren't leaving me. I meant to go and get my stuff. Oh? Okay. But, I thought you may want to shower with me. Maybe another day, buddy. I say, patting his chest. Wait a minute. Why don't you stay for a bit? Then go get your stuff. What? Like, stay the night? Yeah? Well, I guess I could. I did tell my mum that I would be back either later or tomorrow. So I guess I can. Good. He pulls me into a hug and I pull away. No more hugs until you shower. I want you to join me though. He says, frowning. I kind of want to join him. Ooh, damn hormones. He then starts heading towards the bathroom, pulling me along with him. Elliot. I say. Yes, Bunny. I don't reply and we end up in the bathroom. He reaches behind me and locks the door. Now it's just you and me. I'm not going to shower with you. I tell him firmly. Then bathe with me. They are pretty much the same thing. So. He stepped towards me and I stepped back. We repeated the process, which wasn't for long, and my back hit the bathroom door. How klitsch. You're quite desperate, aren't you? Yeah. For you. I've waited long enough. Then wait a little longer. I don't think I can. He put one hand beside my head, and the other a bit lower down, so I was trapped against the door. He smirked at me and leaned down and bit my earlobe. Elliot. What? Go have your shower. He chuckled and I felt his warm breath on my ear. He backed away and turned the shower on. Do I really stink that bad? He asked, with a serious face. Kinda, yeah. But I like your hair when it's all soft and fluffy, but it just feels kinda weird, and I'm guessing it's because you haven't really gotten out of bed. But yes, you do stink. I get the memo, Bunny. Sure you do, Alpha. I like it when you call me Alpha. He grins at me, then begins to take off his boxers, which I then cover my eyes. You don't need to cover your eyes. Like DJVU, he had grabbed my wrists and pulled my hands away from my eyes. He let go of my hands and started to take my top off. You're really desperate for this shower together, huh? Yes. I know you probably don't want to mate with me just yet, so I guess this is just as good. Who said I didn't? Elliot looked shocked at me. I admit, I was shocked that the words came out of my mouth too. His eyes darkened. Well, I guess this is going to be one hell of a night. Why is that? Like I told Brendan, I'm going to totally wreck you, but tonight obviously. Seriously, why did you have to tell him that? You're so sexy. I know. Whatever you say. After showering together, yes, we showered together, we got changed and lay on the bed cuddling together. I had borrowed a shirt and boxers of Elliot's. I told him I could wear my own clothes, but he insisted. You do know I am sorry, right? That I didn't mean it. Yeah, I know. I had my head resting on his while he just lay there casually in his boxers. I guess that's how he rolls. I'm sorry too, for how I acted. You have nothing to apologize for, Bunny. You did nothing wrong. Now, he flipped me so I was underneath him. Are you ready for the time of your life? Are you always this cocky? Well, don't answer that, I know you are. But yes, I am ready for, as you say, the time of my life. Good. He goes down to kiss me, but I stop him. But, if it's not, then I will ban you from sex. Wait. Of course it'll be the time of your life. I have a big shut it. My hand goes behind his neck, and I bring his face closer to mine so I could kiss him. And let me tell you, it was the time of my life. Glad I waited. 22 Mum, I'm back. Oh, good. I heard that. What's he doing here? Yeah. What did you hear? Scott, your old boyfriend just got beaten up. Would you like to go see him? His mum had just called me and told me. Oh, how terrible. I was holding onto Elliot's hand and by now, my grip on his hand tightened. He squeezed my hand and smiled down at me reassuringly. No thank you. Didn't you guys end on good terms? I'm sorry to be rude, but she said no. What are you doing here? She repeats. I've come, let me do this. I tell him. Mum, we're back together. It was silent for a bit. Then, all hell broke loose. You are back together with him. What the hell do you think you're doing? Huh? He broke your heart, and what do? You let him right back into it. Are you Stu? That's enough, darling. Thank you, Dad. She's young, they are mates. We know that mates are inseparable, so we have to let them be. Boo? No, they are better off together than apart. Do you really want to see her heartbroken like she was this whole week? Well, she's going to be if she stays with him. No, I won't, Mum. We had an argument and we took a break, okay? We've made up now and... You guys had sex, didn't you? That's why you guys are getting back together and... That's enough, darling. Stop, don't you want our daughter to be happy? I do, but... I don't want my baby going away again. Mum, I'll visit. But you didn't last time. Mum, I promise I'll make more of an effort, but this will happen to all of us one day. Brendan, Danny, Daniel. They'll leave too, Mum. I know, but I don't want to lose you so soon. Mum, I love you, but I also love Elliot and we are going to have a future together and I'm sorry, but we're starting that future now. I'm sorry, but I understand, okay? Fine, whatever. Go pack. My mum turned away and walked away. I don't want to know if you guys have had sex, but if so, please use protection. My dad then following after her. Well, that went well. Elliot mumbles. I thought she was going to kill me with the look on her face. Let's just go pack. I mumble. I was upset that my mum was upset, but I was going to leave at one point and I thought she wanted me to be happy. I'm happy with Elliot. Wait, Elliot grabbed my hand and turned me to face him. If you want to stay here, that's. Don't you dare start that. You should know I want to be with you. Okay. I love you and I'm leaving with you. Okay, okay. Just know, I want you to be happy and so. I'm happy with you. I smile at him and head up to my room. After packing my stuff, I swear I do a lot of packing, Elliot and I head downstairs. Since I got the vibe that my mum didn't really want Elliot here, or me to leave with him, I decided it would be best that the sooner we leave the better. I know, my mum doesn't want me leaving with him, but if he has to go, so do I. I'm sticking by him because, I guess that's what you do when you love someone. Plus, apparently the bond is super strong now that we mated. Plus, I was officially going to be welcomed as the Luna. You know, since we mated and all. It was pretty scary, yet exciting at the same time. You ready to go, Bunny? Only call me that when we are alone. Why? Because it gets me all. You know. He smirked. No, I don't. Care to explain, Bunny? Oh boy, he knew what I meant. Maybe later, Alpha. Don't. Don't what, Alpha? What? I like teasing him a bit. Besides, I bet now he gets what I was on about. All right, fine. Stop. I get you. It gets you turned on. Gee, no need to be a tease. I laughed and rolled my eyes. Well, I am ready. Except I have to say bye to my parents. And siblings if they are here. All right. I guess I'll wait here. Okay. I was about to go find my parents when they walked out. Oh, Mum. Stop right there, Em. I have something to say. She took a deep breath. Elliot and Emily, I am sorry. I shouldn't be angry, but I guess it'd just 'cause I'm losing my baby girl. Oh my God, embarrassing. It's just, I knew she would leave home when she was older but not this soon. Mum, no. I really am sorry. I have nothing against you, Elliot. Except the fact you broke my daughter's heart. But I'll let it go, for now, since you guys are all loved up and I truly am happy for the both of you. So, would you both like to join us for dinner before you leave? I admit, I was stunned a bit. I expected my mum to say sorry, and then we say our goodbyes and leave. I didn't expect her to offer for us to stay for dinner. It was a complete shock for me. We'd love to, Mrs. Mills. Wonderful. The twins should be back soon and I have no idea where. She stopped mid-sentence, as the front door opened. Brendan walked in and I ran to him to give him a big hug. I am going miss you so much, big bro. Whoa, you're leaving? Yes, we patched things up. And speaking of patched up, what happened to your hands? They need some cleaning up. I quickly dragged Brendan upstairs to the bathroom and sit him on the toilet seat. What the hell happened? Nothing. It was nothing. It was obviously something. I started to clean his knuckles, which had dried blood on. Did you get in a fight? Sort of. Come on, tell me. Are you in trouble? I can Elliot on them cost dude he can be. No, I'm not in trouble. Oh? I frowned and wrapped up his knuckles. Then what is it? He stared up at me with the saddest eyes I've ever seen him have. Something was definitely bothering him. I know. He finally muttered. You know. What do you know? About Scott. What about Scott? How could he know? The only person that knows is Elliot. What he did to you. I stared at him, tears threatening to pour from my eyes. You beat him up, didn't you? It was better me than Elliot. Trust me. Why did he tell you? I told him that because I trust him. Don't you trust me? I do. But. Brendan took hold of my hands and stared up at me. He didn't mean to tell me. I guess because we are quite close, he presumed you already told me. He came to me to find out Scott's name. But ended up revealing what happened. It's not his fault, okay? He didn't know I didn't know. But he pulled me down to his lap and cradled me like I was a little baby. I cried into his shirt as everything came back to me once again. Sure, don't cry. The bathroom door started pounding. Emily. Are you okay? Come back later. Brendan replied. What's happening? Emily. I stand up and unlock the door and wrap my arms around him, hugging him. I felt your pain and sadness through the link. Why are you crying? Please don't cry. Instead of crying into Brendan's shirt, I now cried into Elliot's. I guess I ruined 2 shirts with my tear stains. I told her I know about Scott. I hear Brendan say. I felt Elliot tense a little at the mention of Scott's name. But I, on the other hand, cried more. I gripped Elliot's shirt tighter, as he patted my back and kissed the top of my head. Sure, don't cry, love. It pains me to see you sad. I like seeing you smile and laugh. You've got the most beautiful smile in the whole world. Come on, smile for me. His words made me want to cry more, not of sadness but of happiness. He was so darn sweet. I looked up at him and smiled, which put a smile on his face. He then wiped away my tears with his thumbs, which were quite big, might I add. Come on, shall we go downstairs and have this dinner then? Okay. I say, nodding. But your shirt, that's fine. I have a spare in my suitcase. You do? Well, I packed it because it reminded me of you, and so yeah. All right, come on. I realized Brendan was still standing there awkwardly looking at us. Damn, I really feel like I'm intruding here. And, sorry to ruin the moment, but I have to take a shit right now, so. Can you leave? How lovely of you to tell us. I mutter as Elliot and I leave the bathroom. 23. After dinner was my parents and siblings, and of course Elliot and I had headed home. It was a bit late by the time we got back, so we put on our pajamas. His was being naked, which I protested against, but he won by saying I'm the alpha, and I can do what I want. Whereas I wore one of his shirts over my bra and underwear. We then went to sleep. Nothing special. When we had woken up, a beaming Tyler was standing at the foot of our bed with a tray of food in his hands. Well, 2 trays. What the fuck are you doing in our room? Elliot growled out. I've brought my Alpha and Luna breakfast in bed. He said. It was cute because he was so cheery. Or? I said. Elliot snapped his head towards me and growled. What? I think it's adorable at how happy and cheery he is. Just look at him. Get out. Or lighten up, Elliot. I say, finally sitting up. He just brought us breakfast. What if you were naked? Well, I wasn't. But you are, I wanted to add. But I decided against it. But hush, just appreciate what he did. Thanks, Luna. Yeah. Gimme the food. Tyler chuckles and hands us a tray each. I looked at the food. Oh, so lovely food. Mind link me when you're done. Be sure to be dressed so I don't walk in when you're both naked. He said, rolling his eyes. He then left us to eat. You should be more grateful. I tell him, before taking a bite out of my toast. But what if he had seen you naked? Only I'm allowed to see you like that. You know he's got a mate, right? Yeah, but. Shut up, Alpha. Not when we are eating. I was teasing. I know, Bunny. We continue eating, and once we're finished, Elliot mind links Tyler, and he comes in and takes our trays from us and leaves. So, we need a ceremony for you. We do. Yep, you're supposed to be introduced as Luna once we mate. Oh, okay. It's not that bad. Yeah, okay. When are we to have it then? I'm not sure. Soon, obviously. I just don't like it that now everyone will know we make love. So? I don't know. It's just awkward. Why? Because, isn't our sex life supposed to be private? Yes, but they are bound to know, especially if you're pregnant. Well, good thing I'm not. Not yet. Yet? I'm too young. Although, wouldn't be so bad to have a kid. Besides all that childbirth pain, I do actually want a child. Okay, scrap that. I don't actually mind. Well, you're going to have to wait 'cause I don't want any kids yet. You don't? Well, that's kind of a bummer. Nope. Why? I ask, frowning. He obviously doesn't notice. Because kids are annoying as hell. Too much work as well. Oh? Well, I've got to get up and plan this ceremony. Okay. How can he not want kids? Elliot gets out of bed and has a shower while I sit in the bed wondering why he doesn't want kids. Sure, he told me. But, does he have a different meaning behind it? Does he not want kids with me? Am I not good enough? He comes out and gets dressed and leaves, not before giving me a kiss on the lips first. I sit in the bed for a little longer and then decide to get up and shower. I get out the bathroom, towel wrapped around my body, and Laura is just there sitting on our bed. I let out a scream and she laughs. Sorry to scare you. What are you doing here? Haven't you heard? Oh wait, sorry. You probably haven't. No mind link. I tilt my head in confusion and she smiles. Oh right, Elliot has already arranged the ceremony for you. So? When? Tonight. So, I need to help you get ready. Well, I need to help you with your makeup and a dress. I can dress myself and do my own makeup, but thanks. Nope, I have to do it. Have to? Yes. Now, go get some clothes on and I'll be waiting right here. Okay. After a couple of hours, I ended up having light makeup done like mascara, eyeliner, blush, foundation, and a bit of lipstick. You know, the basics. They were more natural colors though. Well, except the mascara and eyeliner. I also had a white dress picked out and some white heels. I found out it was compulsory to wear white. To be honest, I felt like I was going to get married. The dress was nice though. It came halfway down my thigh and it flowed quite nicely. It wasn't right, which I was thankful for. You know what though? I didn't even know I had this dress. Is it new? Did Elliot buy it without me knowing? I shrugged it off and twirled in front of Laura, who asked me to. You are absolute perfection, my dear. Oh, I don't know about perfection. I mean, no one is perfect, are they? Oh, shut up, dear. You are perfect. At least to Elliot anyway. Oh, okay. Well, when do we have to head down? Soon, dear. She checks her watch and gasps. Whoops, we have to go now actually. Now? Yes, now come on. She grabs my arm and leads me out the room. Where are we going? The announcement and party room. Party room. There was a party room. Yes, it's where all the ceremonies and birthday parties are held. Oh, as well as the announcements that Elliot has to give. Oh my, why has he never told me? Maybe 'cause you never asked, dear. Oh, where is it? We just have to drive a little. I mean, it's not too far, but with you in that beautiful white dress, oh no. We definitely cannot afford to mess it up. Oh, okay. So I'm guessing it's within walking distance. Of course. We arrive in literally minutes. I guess it really was short. I mean, we definitely could have walked, but I didn't want to mess up the dress and look scruffy when being introduced as Luna. I'm so nervous. Standing in front of a bunch of werewolves being introduced as their Luna, definitely making me nervous. Especially with the fact that I'm human. I'm sure they don't want a human Luna. I mean, what the hell can I do? I'm not strong like them. I don't have mind link like them. I can shift. I certainly can't smell stuff how they smell stuff. I'm pretty useless compared to them. Stop looking too nervous. You'll be fine. We were standing outside the door. I was refusing to go inside. But, Laura. I'm human. I'm a human about to become Luna. What if they don't accept me? She smiles sympathetically. Emily, she says sighing, you'll be a wonderful Luna. I'm glad you're the one taking the position. If it were anyone else, I wouldn't be so happy. You're one of the sweetest girls I've ever known, and you're strong too. I'm not strong like you though. Hush, child. The wonderful moon goddess obviously knows you are the perfect Luna. She would have picked someone else for his mate if you weren't the one. But Emily, you are. Now come on. I smiled at her words and brought her into a quick hug. Thank you. I whispered. She then opened the door to the hall and walked in, me following after her. As I walked in, many pairs of eyes turned my way and all my nerves were back. Girls glared, guys didn't make eye contact, and children giggled and waved at me, in which I waved back. Laura grabbed my arm and led me up to the stage. Damn, there was a stage. I saw Elliot dressed casually. He was in light blue jeans and a white t-shirt. I thought it was compulsory to wear white. Laura urged me to walk towards him and I did. Once I was close enough, he took hold of my hand and instantly my nerves flew out the window. He smiled at me and turned back to the crowd. Welcome, everyone. I'm glad you were all able to attend on such short notice. I am deeply sorry for any inconvenience. In case you are wondering, the pack is indeed safe. The borders are being patrolled as we speak. But anyway, I felt that today was the perfect day to present you your Luna. After many years of waiting, we've finally found her and I am extremely happy to have found her. In case any of you don't know her, this is Emily Mills. The crowd broke into murmurs, I don't know why, and Elliot hushed them. I know most of you know that she's human. But I don't care. I love her and she's my mate and she's your Luna. If you disrespect her, you shall be severely punished. You must respect her as you respect me. Now, a round of applause for your Luna, Emily. The crowd, or pack I should say, broke into applause and I felt nervous again standing in front of this huge pack. But I felt okay. Especially with Elliot by my side. I felt better and less nervous. He kept squeezing my hand in reassurance and smiling at me. Well, I say we mingle, don't you? Elliot's voice boomed. Everyone got up and started moving some chairs away. Then they all started chatting and a few people coming up to Elliot and I talking. Elliot then pulled me away from all the commotion, took me someplace else away from everyone and pushed me up against a wall. I gasped from the sudden action. I didn't expect it. You look very sexy in that dress. He growled and placed his head between my neck, kissing my mark. I moaned out loud by accident, which made him grunt in pleasure. He pressed himself against me and I felt his member. I placed my hands on his shoulders trying to push him away. I knew if we carried on we would end up having sex right here, and now, and if someone came to look for us. Well, they'd be in for an awkward treat. Elliot, not now. I whispered. But I want you now. He growled out huskily. It was honestly a major turn on. He pressed his lips roughly on mine. It was a rough kiss yet passionate too. His hands found their way under my dress. I gasped as he squeezed my thighs. Elliot. I moaned out. Stop. We can continue this later in the privacy of our room. But I placed my index finger on his lips, hushing him. Later. And we can go on for the whole night. He mumbled into my finger. Maybe. No, maybe, it's a definite yes. Come on, let's get back. I mumbled. He groaned and pushed away from me. I pushed myself off the wall and walked in front of him, seeing, as he didn't seem to make a move. I suddenly received a snack on my butt which made me jump. I turned around and glared at him, but he only grinned cheekily. You're naughty. I pointed a finger at him accusingly. I know. We walk until he grabs my hand. I love you so much, Bunny. I love you too, Alpha. Don't start, or else we'll be making love right in the middle of the floor. All right, I'll keep my mouth shut then, shouldn't I? I ask, grinning. Nah, you have the voice of an angel. Keep talking. Shut up. I say, laughing. 24. After a couple of weeks everything went fine. Elliot and I were great too. Today I was feeling a bit queasy and I figured it was because I was probably getting a cold or something. Or even a virus, or food poisoning, I don't know. I was laying in bed all alone since Elliot had work to do. He claimed he didn't want to leave me because he wanted to just hold me and cuddle with me. Maybe it was because I was naked under the duvet, but maybe he actually did want to cuddle. I got out of bed and showered myself. I then got dressed into some jeans and Elliot's hoodie. I then sat on the bed and watched some TV in peace. I then had the sudden urge to throw up. It was horrible. The stench and the taste, After throwing up for a few minutes, I brushed my teeth making sure my mouth was clean and fresh. I sighed and went downstairs for a bit of company. I was bored and I did want Elliot, but then again I couldn't spend all my time with Elliot, could I? I bumped into Aiden, who looked at me weirdly. You smell different. Do I? I mean, I haven't used any new body washes or anything. It's not that. You have a specific scent, like is wolves. It's kind of how we identify people. Usually a person's scent changes when you're pregnant or something. Pregnant. Shit, am I pregnant? Oh my, you are. I don't know. No, I'm not. Definitely not. We used protection, didn't we? Well, your scent doesn't change for no reason. Oh? Well, your nose must be wrong then. It's not. Now put your shoes on. Why? We are going to see the pack doctor. Well, one of them. I thought that. Never mind. Werewolves are complicated. Yeah, and humans are less complicated. He says sarcastically. Well, Luna. It's great news. Great news. Oh gosh. You are indeed pregnant. Congrats, Em. Aiden exclaimed. This isn't good. I mumble. Em? What's wrong? He asks. Nothing. I mumble. Well, come on, we gotta go find Elliot and tell him. No? I answer a bit too quickly. Is something wrong? No, everything is fine. After we left, I locked myself up in our room. I left Aiden outside, but I'm sure he left by now. I knew this was bad. I couldn't just hide the pregnancy from Elliot. He was a fucking werewolf. If Aiden noticed my change in scent, then Elliot surely would. I heard a knock on the door. Bunny, open up please. No? Is everything okay? Yeah? Why can't I come in then? Because you'll get mad. I promise I won't. He reasoned. But I trusted him, so I opened the door and embraced him in a hug. I'm sorry. But why was I saying sorry? He's the one with the sperm. What are you? He took a sniff of the air and frowned. I pulled away from him and backed away onto the bed. You're pregnant. He states rather than questions. I didn't know how to reply. I said I was sorry, but it wasn't entirely my fault. Get rid of it. I looked up at him in shock. Did he really just say that? What? You want me to get rid of the baby? Our baby. I told you weeks ago. I don't want kids. But? Elliot. No, just get rid of it. I frowned and watched him as he walked into the bathroom and stayed in there for a few minutes, then came out. I am definitely not getting rid of our baby. I want a kid and I don't care if he doesn't want one. I know, I may be young. But I want this. Even if I'm alone, then that's cool. I'm sure Laura would be happy. It's her grandchild after all. No? What? No to what? I'm not getting rid of our baby. He growled and came storming up to me. He placed hands either side of me on the bed, and his face was so close to mine. His angry eyes were staring into my scared eyes. Our lips were so close. I admit, I really did just want to kiss him. But I was kind of angry at him, to be honest. I said, get rid of the fucking baby. No? I pushed him away and ran away. I know, running away from your problems isn't the answer. But I needed to be on my own for a little. He made me angry. How can he not want this baby? It's our baby. I felt hurt. Did he not want a kid with me? Having a baby and finding out you're pregnant is supposed to be wonderful news. But no, he had to be a jerk and have the nerve to ask me to get rid of the baby. How could he? I was outside and in the forest. I was thankful he never followed me. I sat down in front of a tree. I placed my hand on my stomach. Don't worry, little one, just because your dad doesn't want you doesn't mean I don't. I want you, okay? Talking to your baby, huh? I looked around and my eyes widened in shock. I was about to say how he scared me, but a cloth was put over my mouth and I suddenly blacked out. When I woke up, I was tied up and sitting on a chair. How the hell do I end up in these situations? I looked around and the room was empty apart from me. Hello? I call out. No one answered and I assumed I was all alone. Why would he do this to me? 25. I see you're finally awake. Why would you do this? I have my reasons. Are you working alone? No, I've got a few allies. Rogues? Yes. Typical. I mutter. Rogues are always involved in some way or another. It was you who sent those guys to beat me up, wasn't it? Ah, well done, human. I don't get it. You've got something against Elliot, so why target me? It's simple, really. He smirks and circles around me. I roll my eyes when he doesn't continue. Elaborate, please. An alpha gets really attached to his mate. He wants to protect her from anything and everything. He focuses on her health and safety over his. When she dies, he gets weak. But what happens when his mate and baby dies? What? A baby he doesn't even want. He wouldn't care. I snapped. It still bugged me how he didn't care nor want the baby. You're lying. I'm not. Go on, go and ask him yourself whether he wants the baby or not. Go see for yourself. Then you'll realize how pointless it is to do whatever you are going to do to me. Oh, my dear, even if he doesn't want the baby, it still isn't pointless. I can still kill you. What do you even want to achieve? He left me with nothing. He killed my mate when I'd first met her. He knew she was my mate, but no, because she was a rogue, he went ahead and killed her. I wasn't myself for months until I decided I had to get my revenge on him. I knew it would be a lengthy process, since he hadn't found his mate for maybe 6 years. But it was like you were a miracle. There you were, his mate. So what? You plan on killing me, then having the satisfaction of taking away his mate because he took yours. Not just the satisfaction, but his title. You want to become Alpha. I'm sure it would be handed down to Tyler though. And that's why I'm killing him too. He just sat and watched Elliot kill my mate. He knew too, except he just watched. No one cared about me. They didn't give two shits about me. I did. Not now though. I can't believe you. Believe it, human. I just have to wait for Elliot to realize you're gone, come looking for you and bam, kill you in front of him like he did to me. Why didn't you try saving her? I was being held back by 2 strong warriors. Why didn't you shift? They were in their wolf form holding me back. Would have been pointless. You could have tried. You shouldn't have given up. Then he slapped me. Don't tell me what I could have done, and don't raise your voice at me. Or the baby goes, now. I immediately kept my mouth shut. Even though it may have been hopeless right now, I didn't want the baby to die right now. I had faith that Elliot would save me before I was killed. I knew he would because he loves me and wouldn't let anything happen to me. Or even the baby. I hope. I knew you were a jerk with our first encounter. What changed? I questioned. I needed answers, and while he was telling me them, I took the chance to just gain some information. Might as well, eh? Ah yes. You were human and I don't like them. Goddess, they are so annoying. Right here. Shut it. He glared at me whilst I kept my mouth shut. I realized what I'd done and how I needed to befriend you. It'd seem less suspicious, I guess you could say. Why did you help me out though? Those times Elliot and I had arguments, you were there to fix them. Ah, part of my plan. You see, killing you would be less effective if you were arguing with each other. I needed to make sure you guys were happy together and in love. It'd only make this plan more perfect. Why did Tyler come for me then, and not you? Oh, that was pure luck. I needed you back too so my plan could proceed. But obviously Tyler was doing it for the pack and his best friend. I was going to make a trip to see you, to bring you back and make up with him. But thanks to Tyler, I didn't have to. Quite lucky. You came back, you spoke, you obviously did more than speaking. He said, pointing to my stomach. Everything was falling into place. Why did you wait though? I waited because I could smell your scent changing. I don't know how Elliot didn't, since he's around you 24/7, but I noticed it. I realized, things couldn't any more perfect, could they? Big, bad Alpha losing his mate and his pup. Brilliant. Luck must be on my side. Elliot will kill you before you kill me. I wouldn't be so sure of that, Emily. Now, I've got to go inform the big, bad Alpha that his mate has been kidnapped. See you soon, human. Wait. He was already out the door. Damn, he moves fast. I sigh and try getting out of these ropes that I was tied with. It wasn't much use, they were tied pretty good. If only I was a werewolf. Elliot Johnson. Alpha, Alpha. What is it, Aiden? I growled out. The Luna, she's been kidnapped. What? I've got a lead on her though. You do? Yes. All warriors report to the pack house, we've got to find Emily. I spoke through the mind link. Hopefully they'd all be here. Come on, you're helping me. So, he began, Emily's pregnant, huh? How do you know? I'm surprised you never noticed her scent changing. I went with her to the pack doctor. Oh? You excited then? No? No? Why not? Because I don't want a kid. I told her to get rid of it. Why you did? Yes. Why? No reason. I then heard him curse under his breath. Weird boy. He's always been weird. Sometimes I question why I made him tic. Her scent leads that way. Aiden explains. I caught onto it, but it was mixed with a rogue's scent. All right, warriors. Follow that scent. Tyler, you're with me. Aiden, stay here and look after the pack. Sure thing, Alpha. Don't worry, Emily, I'm coming for you. 26 Emily Mills. I sat there, bored as hell. I was curious as to when Elliot would come and be my knight in shining armor. Obviously not in shining armor. But probably fur and all. I sigh. Why the hell does Aiden? Okay, I know why. Elliot took his mate. I don't get it though. Elliot bullied Aiden, yet Elliot made Aiden his third in command. Did Aiden lie? He wouldn't have. Laura was there and would have said something. Just then, the door opens and in walks Aiden. How wonderful. They are on their way. Oh, great. How did you manage to get here before them? Well, funny thing. I got left in charge of the pack and once they set off, I did. They were following your scent. I made a little trail for them to follow and end up here. But then how did you get here before them? Because I took the shortcut, obviously. He said in a dour tone. Oh, and I guess you were right about him not wanting the baby. Obviously I was right. Too bad, it still has to go. Aiden stayed with me till he heard banging on a door. I think it's time. He said rather happily. Crazy bastard. Please don't hurt him. I mumble. I won't be hurting him physically, don't worry. There was another guy in the room, probably a rogue. Aiden looked to him and nodded him. He opened the door and in ran Elliot. So nice of you to join us, Elliot. Aiden spoke with an evil grin on his face. Aiden. What the fuck? Aiden was standing behind me and to be honest, I was so scared. Can you blame me? I've been waiting years for this, you know. Waiting for what? To kill your mate, of course. You're absolutely bonkers, Aiden. I'm your alpha and I command you to step away from her. No? Elliot growled and went to lunge, but Aiden stopped him. One more step and she dies. Elliot immediately stopped and snarled at Aiden. Why are you doing this? You killed my mate, remember? Just because she was a rogue. And you, he said, pointing to Tyler, you just watched him take her life away. You of all people, I thought would understand and help. You've got a mate but no, you watched mine die at the hands of him. Tyler began, but Aiden cut him off. No. You'll die too, Tyler. What? Just then, a knife was plunged into my side. I cried out in pain. Emily. I heard Elliot growl. I saw him shift and tackle Aiden. I think Aiden shifted too and I'm guessing they fought. I was struggling with this pain. He seemed to have stabbed me very deep, and I felt myself losing consciousness. Emily. You've to go. Tyler was thrown back by a rogue and they fought. More warriors I recognized from our pack came in, but were instantly attacked by rogues. I watched as they fought, my eyes slowly closing on me. I tried to keep them open, but I just felt very tired. Very tired. Stay awake, Emily. Let her die. I couldn't make out the voices, but I knew Aiden was the one to say to let me die. Obviously. I let the darkness overtake me since I couldn't keep my eyes open any longer. Elliot Johnson. I kept fighting with Aiden until he screamed to let her die. I lost it. I didn't want her to die, hell, not even that baby. I growled and tackled him over to the ground and bit his leg. He howled in pain and I smiled in triumph. He tried to scratch my face. I caught his paw and snapped it in the wrong way, hopefully breaking it. I bit down on his neck, making him squirm and howl. He tried fighting me off, but obviously I was too strong. I'm an alpha that's angry. Very angry. He soon began to slowly stop, and I bit deeper into his neck. I could easily kill him now, but I wanted to make him suffer. Soon, he stopped completely and I knew he had died. Finally, stupid mutt, my wolf snarled. I grinned and nodded in agreement. I looked over at my wolves and noticed they'd killed all the rogues. They didn't seem to be in danger at all. Obviously, 'cause I trained them well. I looked over to Emily and noticed her eyes were closed. My eyes widened and I shifted back to human form. Ollie came in human form and handed me some clothes. I quickly slipped them on and untied Emily. Emily. She wouldn't wake. Fuck. We need to get her to a hospital. Now? I growled and carried her outside and sprinted towards the pack hospital. Good thing I'm an alpha and can run fast. She's lost a hell of a lot of blood. Is she okay though? Yes, Alpha. She'll recover, but she's lost so much blood. Is the baby okay? Yes, the baby is weak too, but the baby shall recover along with Emily. When will she wake up? I hope she's not in a coma. Soon, she needs rest. But she was unconscious. Surely that's rest. Alpha, I know you're worried about the Luna, but trust me. She will be okay and needs rest. She's going to be weak for a while and you're going to have to help her gain back strength, and make sure she eats and drinks, otherwise that baby won't get stronger either. I sigh and run my hands through my hair, looking at her unconscious body. Thank you. I mumble. Our pack doctor leaves and I go sit beside Emily's bed. You gave me a fright, Bunny. I take hold of her hand. At least you're okay now. I know you might not be able to hear me, but I'm sorry about how I reacted with the whole baby situation. I brought her hand to my mouth and placed a kiss on it. I love you, Bunny. Emily Mills. I peel my eyes open and am blinded by the light. Damn light. I mumble. Bunny. Elliot. I'm so happy you're okay. What happened? You lost a lot of blood and you fell unconscious. What happened to Aiden? I killed him. Why, you did? Yes. I'm happy I did. He hurt you, Em. He wanted you to die. I know. I looked at him. You killed his mate. I did feel sorry for Aiden. I also felt angry at Elliot for making Aiden that way. It wasn't Aiden's fault. It was kind of Elliot's. What? No, she was a rogue, Elliot. Aiden was held back by two wolves. Not in human form, but in wolf form. You killed her because she was a rogue. Baby, I've done bad things in the past. But that's the past. I want to focus on the future, us. You've changed me a lot, okay? I love you and I don't want the past to get between us. But it did. Look how I ended up. Is this your way of breaking up with me? What? No? How could you think that? I love you too and I don't want to leave you. Oh, I'm sorry. His face was semi-close to mine. I grab his face and bring my lips to his. Shut up, dummy. Then I remembered something. Elliot, the baby. Then baby is weak, like you. You need to eat and drink to gain back your strength, as well as the baby's. I'm also sorry about how I reacted when you told me. I shouldn't have said any of that. I really am. I wasn't thinking straight. Hell, I don't want that baby growing up thinking I don't want it 'cause I do. Why you do? Yes. He took both of my hands in his and brought them to his lips, kissing both my knuckles. I want this baby. Don't forget to subscribe for more werewolf tales.